Snake, are you there? I was analyzing the dossier on our new contact, and I noticed something important about how we need to address them when we make the rendezvous.
Address them?
Right. It's about their pronouns, Snake.
Pronouns?
Exactly. You know, words we use to refer to somebody when they aren't using their actual name in a sentence. He, him, she, her, or they, them.
I know what a pronoun is, otacon. I'm not a rookie. But what's the big deal? You just look at the target and say he or she, right?
Well, it's not quite that simple anymore, Snake. And honestly, linguistically speaking, it never really was. See, gendered pronouns are linguistic tools that convey a person's gender identity. Traditionally, English leaned heavily on the he and she based on biological sex, but identity is internal, Snake. It's not just about what kind of tactical gear somebody's wearing or how they look on the surface.
Internal? You mean like a nanite signature?
Sure. That's a very you way to put it, but yes. Just like how you can't see nanomachines with the naked eye, you can't always assume someone's gender identity just by looking at them. If a person tells you their pronouns are she, her, that's how she wants to be addressed, and if somebody says he, him, he's telling you his identity.
What if it's neither? Like they being listed on a contact's intel sheet. Isn't that plural?
Actually, Snake, the singular they has been used in the English language since the 14th century. Even Shakespeare used it, you know? Nowadays, though, it's common vernacular for people who identify as non-binary, meaning their gender identity doesn't fit strictly into the traditional categories of man or woman, so they use they, them.
Non-binary. So, not a 1 or a 0.
Exactly! You're getting it. In computing, binary is just ones and zeros, but human biology and psychology are infinitely more complex than a basic line of code. Think of it like a code name, Snake.
A code name, huh?
Right. If somebody called you liquid instead of solid, you'd correct them, wouldn't you? Because that's not who you are. Using someone's proper pronouns shows that you recognize them as an ally. A person misgendering somebody is like deliberately using the wrong IFF tag. It creates unnecessary friction and it hurts morale.
IFF tags. Morale. Got it. So, when I meet this contact...
Just introduce yourself. Use your codename, and if you aren't sure, it's perfectly fine to ask. Or just stick to their name until you know. It's an infiltration mission, Snake. Gathering intel before acting is what you do best.
Gather intel and adapt to the situation. It almost sounds like an OSP procedure.
I knew you'd understand. Snake, good luck out there. Otacon out. Deliberately using the wrong IFF tag. It creates unnecessary friction and hor.